Very good. So we are live and happy to be with you all. Happy to see you, Nana, who's been with us every week. Welcome. And Ruchama from Israel, Nana from Ghana. So welcome, everyone. I'll introduce myself again. My name is Caroline Giraldo, and it's a pleasure to be with you today. And we're here to talk about essential oils. Now, we are in a series of training calls or classes that have been a collaboration of many of our leaders. Jody Rabinoff, who was with us last week. We also have Amy Huffman and my dad, who gave us the second week. I'm sharing here with you the photos of some of our team. Oops, sorry, just make this a smaller image so you can see me. And several of our team as well are here. So it's a pleasure to be with you all. We're recording this session and we are committed to your education. You know, that's something that really I'm passionate about, educating people. And I think it's so important. When I heard this course for the first time, I felt so empowered. And there's nothing like that feeling, is there? When you feel empowered, you feel you have the knowledge, you know how to do things. So I'm really privileged to be a part of this team and also our uplines. Now, this is the list of our topics. We have already given number 1, 2, and 3. Today's number 4, which is reducing toxins. Reducing toxins. And we're going to be speaking today about going beyond the basics and learning in depth how we can reduce toxins through essential oils and other things. Just a couple of logistical notes. We've given this class at 1 p.m. Colombian time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Today we're running a bit late. Today is 2 p.m. Colombia time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. And that makes 9 p.m. in the UK and, or 8 p.m. should I say, in the UK and 10 p.m. in Israel. But you don't have to worry about all those times in case you're seeing this as a recording. But every week we do give these lessons at the times I've mentioned of 2 o'clock, actually an hour earlier, 2 o'clock in Eastern time and 8 o'clock, yes, six hours ahead. It was such a mix up with the times. And sorry, 7 o'clock in the UK is our usual time. Yes. Okay. Let's get past the logistical stuff. Let's move on. So this course is, as we said, 8 topics. If you complete all 8 topics and you send us the 3 key words of each key topic. So today we're going to give you 3 key words. If you listen out for them, you fill out the form, you put in the form which were those 3 key words, you will receive a certificate at the end of the 8 weeks, just like the one on screen. But we will repeat this series several times in the year. So I encourage you, if you have missed a week, don't worry, look up the recording, but make sure you complete all 8 weeks. Now, here we go. Your first word, make sure you have somewhere to write down, is neroli. I'll spell it for you. Neroli. Neroli. It's the name of an essential oil. If you have something to share, please let us know in the chat. Because we're recording this session, we will get through the content first, but we will have a time for questions and answers at the end. So let's get right into it. Our topic today is reducing toxins and green cleaning tips. Now, this subject is very important for me. For those who don't know, I'm 3 months pregnant, and it's so important to have the right environment at home, whether you've got children, whether you are taking care of your parents, elderly parents. It's so important to have a safe, toxin-free place, right, where we can call home, and that can be a safe place for us to breathe pure air. And what I've learned with the lesson that I'll be teaching today, I have put in practice, and I'm so grateful for this knowledge that has empowered me. So let's start out with the reality. We are exposed to toxins every day in our environment. There are some that we can't avoid. Of course, we would have to live outside of cities if we were to avoid completely all toxins. There are toxins in the air, there are toxins in the water, there are toxins in soil where we grow our food. Even when we eat organic food, it is hard to avoid all kinds of toxins, pesticides and herbicides. So we have it in the air, in the water, in the food around us. But here comes the good news. We are able to choose what products we use in our homes and in our bodies. And that can have a significant impact in our exposure to toxins. So let's focus on what we can manage, right? So while some companies make their products, they say they're safe, doTERRA actually chooses the ingredients, and we'll be looking at some of the ingredients of their products, because unfortunately, the products that for us smell clean and smell nice, they actually choose ingredients that can be known for being human carcinogens, in other words, cause or cancer in humans, and other developmental toxins like coal tar and lead acetate. So it's incredible to think that those ingredients are in these products. Now, when risky chemicals are used in our cosmetics, now women, here we see cosmetics in this cupboard on the right at the bottom. Yes, we have to look out for toxins in our cosmetics, in our makeup as well. They are not trace contaminants. We think maybe they're very, very small, like 1 part per million or a billion, like we found in the food or water. No, for many of the makeup brands that we use, they are actually the base ingredient of these products, just as flour is the base ingredient for bread. And these chemicals are found in percentage levels, as in 1 in 100 in personal care products. So they can penetrate easily our skin, and sometimes we can ingest them directly through our lips or put them on our hands. And of course, we can inhale them through our scent. Now, unlike food, cleaning products are not required to list their ingredients because of a proprietary law. So it makes it harder for us to make the right choice. Most convenient cleaning products are virtual chemical cocktails. But they work. They get the toilet clean, the oven clean, sparkling clean, right? So we keep using them. And they tell us they fight bacteria, they add a nice smell to our home, or they make our laundry smell clean. But in fact, certain chemicals sense those smells. They have an assigned usage. They make it difficult for people who are not familiar with natural solutions to feel safe with that particular smell, because they're smelling a particular chemical. If you want to green up your routine, don't sacrifice cleanliness, of course, or even a pleasant smell, right? We have natural versions that can actually even clean more effectively, cost less, and keep your family healthier. So don't worry, you will be retrained to associate plant smells with cleanliness and healing. Because at the beginning, you're used to that strong smell. Can you think of bleach, right? Think of bleach for a moment, and you can think of a strong smell, and you're used to that, but you can retrain your brain. So we're going to look at some of the worst toxic offenders that are commonly found in cleaning products and personal care products. And let's look at ways that we can change it. And here we've got some advice on the slide. Read labels. Not all ingredients are listed in cleaning products, and natural options can be more effective, cost less, and be healthier. Now, this word we can't understand here. In the name of a common toxin, it's called phthalates or phthalates. That's how you pronounce it. Phthalates or phylatates, sorry. There we go. Phylatates are known to be endocrine disruptors. What is an endocrine disruptor? Well, it's found in synthetic fragrances such as air fresheners, dish soaps, and even toilet paper. Have you seen toilet paper that has a scent in it? Well, that comes from somewhere. Now, companies often don't disclose what is in their scent, so you can't find this ingredient on the label or know the risks and toxic levels. However, if you see the word fragrance, have you seen that? I've seen it many times. Fragrance, there is a good chance that the phthalates are present. Is that the most ingredients of synthetic fragrances are on the list of known or suspected endocrine disruptors. What they do, these disruptors, by the word you can tell it's not something good, they will tinker, change your hormonal health, and they can trigger weight gain, even set you up for diseases decades down the line. So we're talking something about quite serious. And we've got a study in 2003 conducted by researchers from the Center for Disease and Control and Prevention at the Harvard School of Public Health. Men with higher phthalate compounds in the blood had correspondingly reduced sperm counts. We sometimes think, why is infertility so present? Well, here we go. We're exposed to these toxins. Men are smelling them, and Harvard Medical School found out that this directly affects their sperm count. Although exposure to phthalates mainly occurs through inhalation, we learned last week how important the scent is. It can also happen through skin contact, which is a significant problem. Skin, unlike the digestive system, has no real safeguards. It's a completely open door to get into our system. Oh, candles, but I thought candles made everything smell nice and they were natural. Well, let's learn a bit about this. Some of us can't even live without them. We love to turn on our candles. So are they really toxic? It all comes down to one ingredient. Most scented candles contain paraffin wax, which is derived from petroleum or coal or shale oil. And when it's burned, paraffin wax releases the toxic compounds into the air, including acetone, benzene, and toluene, which are all known carcinogens. So not only are they damaging the environment, but our health as well. According to one study, South Carolina State University, it was found that paraffin wax candles give off harmful fumes linked to lung cancer and asthma. We ask ourselves, why are these diseases so prevalent today? Here we are finding some reasons why. Paraffin candles also produce soot. I don't know if you've seen when you turn on candles, and I did this exercise. I went to a shop and I said, right, let's have a look and see what candles actually don't have any paraffin in them. I couldn't find any. It's so prevalent. It's the main ingredient for candles wherever you look. And when you see that a candle is about to switch off, it's about to turn off or something, you see this black smoke, or if you have a very tight ceiling, it will start to stain, right, as the fumes go up. So raise your hand if you know what soot is. Soot is the black stuff caused by incomplete combustion of the carbon in the wax with the oxygen in the air. So when soot is in the air, it can be inhaled. And these particles find their way into the deepest part of our lungs, as well as the lower respiratory tract, which can lead to severe lung issues. Despite the risks, brands still use paraffin because it's cheaper than other types of wax. And it also helps to create a stronger smelling fragrance. I don't know if it's happened to you, if you've ever walked down the aisle of candles in a shop and you really get this strong smell. And that's what they use to sell the candles, but it's actually so harmful. And most candles contain synthetic or adulterated fragrances. So even though they can sell it to you as sweet orange, or, you know, because they have such pleasant names, but in reality, it doesn't have any natural ingredients in them. Let's continue with fragrance. Now, synthetic fragrances and perfumes are also in numerous cosmetics and toiletries, soaps, and other household products. Fragrance can be comprised of dozens or even hundreds of individual chemicals, and they don't have to be listed on the label. This is what's most dangerous. So you don't really know what you're putting on yourself. And if you look here, you're putting usually perfume where? On your skin or close to your neck. So these are entry points into your bloodstream, into your endocrine system. And let's keep talking on, because it really is true what it says here. Health risks. If you look on the slides, headaches. I was one of those persons. I could not stand next to anyone who had a strong perfume because I would start getting a headache. And I thought it was just me. Then I realized so many people, and now I understand why. Because we're smelling in all these kinds of toxins that our body is saying, what on earth is this? Get away from this person. You don't need this. And some are allergic to perfumes. They cause skin irritation, asthma, hormone disruption, and respiratory distress. It's estimated that 3 out of 10 people experience a consciously negative effect from fragrances. And this is a billion-dollar industry. You remember in Christmas time, some of the longest ads or most frequent ads are for fragrances. That is 30% of the world population. So if you're in the 70% where fragrance doesn't bother you, just be aware that you may be quietly damaging to some degree your body and harming others around you too. Some have reported migraines. Like I said, what happened to me just by hugging someone with some kind of perfume or body spray, right? You may have to be in bed for a couple of days. Now, a brilliant way of getting these extra sensitive people on board for natural solutions, and this was me, is to wear an oil around them. So I remember the first time I smelt an oil was when Jodie had an oil worn on her. So Jodie was using an essential oil as a perfume. And you can definitely note the difference. No headaches, and even a pleasant smell that you want to be around that person. So now guess what I use for my perfume? I use the doTERRA mix called Elevation, the blend. I love it, and I use that as my perfume. And then people will realize that they don't have a negative reaction, and that doTERRA essential oils actually work, and they will have a positive effect on them, and they can use them safely. Now remember that if they're using them for the first time and they have sensitive skin, to dilute the oil for them first. Okay, so let's get on to the big news. Make the swap. The good news is make the swap. There is an alternative. And here we have the option to diffuse essential oils. What are the benefits? They purify the air. They support the respiratory health. They combat seasonal threats like allergies, and it positively impacts mood. So thanks to my husband, we always now have our diffusers on at home, even to help us get rid of the smell of food, but also it ends up filling your lungs with, we love citrus oil, with this lovely feeling. And every time we have people coming to our home, they always say, that smell, and they love it. Everyone loves the smell of fresh orange, right? So instead of buying expensive candles, aerosol sprays, laundry softener, dryer sheets, or those plug-in air fresheners, let's get in the habit of using all natural products, or at least free of fragrances. Open the windows of your home to get fresh air in, add plants to your home, and of course you can use doTERRA essential oils that are 100% pure. But these are ways to freshen up your home, purify the air. And you know that essential oils can do that for you. And there's a great choice. I can mention a few. Juniper berry is a great oil. Lemon, lime, tea tree oil is great for places where there's humidity. We have blends like Purify or On Guard. And essential oils that can help you open your airwaves are oils like Breathe or Air, Douglas Fir, Eucalyptus. I love that oil. Eucalyptus is so, so lovely. Cardamom, that would be some of my top choices. And the list goes on and on. But diffusing is a cost-effective solution. If you compare how many drops of oil, for a diffused fly bat, you only need about 6 drops of oil. The rest is water. How much does that cost you? A fraction of the cost of what a candle would cost, and you're caring for your health. Now let's look at the option of perfume. What about perfume? Can I actually get something to replace my perfume? Well, like I was saying, essential oils are fantastic natural fragrances. And there is something for everyone, whether you want a floral oil, something that's citrusy or woodsy. Men love the aroma of anything that's wood. So like cedar wood is great. I love it on my husband when he uses it. And here are some recipes. You can take a photo of this slide. Here we can see you can mix a certain oils. If you want something uplifting, you can mix Whisper with Wild Orange, or an Oh La La to make an impression, the blend of Passion and Whisper. So here there's so many options. You add them to a 10 milliliter roll-on, fill it up with fractionated coconut oil, and make sure, my advice, every time I add my favorite oil, which is Elevation as perfume, I always mix it with fractionated coconut oil, because you want the smell to last longer, and coconut oil works as a sealant, so what seals the particles of the essential oil from evaporating. And there are other options here on the slide: Whisper, Balance, Passion, Peace. So literally you make your own blends. You have the oil that you love the most, and I can assure you that soon enough someone will be like coming up to you and saying, what do you smell like? It smells lovely. It's happened to me many times. Okay, what about laundry? How can we change laundry? Let's get a bit of history on laundry. Now, about 2200 BC, a formula for soap consisting of water, alkali, and cassia oil was found on a Babylonian clay tablet. Now, more recently, in the 1800s, it was made from refined animal fat. This is how people in the 1800s used to wash their laundry: animal fat, wood ashes, leached to make lye, and water. That was all they used. But in 1916, driven by the war-related shortage of fats and oils, Germany developed the first synthetic detergent to be used for laundry and dishwashing. Then in the United States, companies like Procter & Gamble started to develop detergents for home use in the early 1930s. So it became an industry to make money, right? Because the other 3 ingredients sounded pretty basic to get hold of. So detergents didn't start to displace soap in the US until the end of the World War II, when the fats and the oils that people used to use became to be in short supply. And during the war, these fats and oils that were most useful were used for manufacturing explosives, so they were no longer available for home use. Scientists at that time discovered that they could make thousands of petrochemicals. Yes, synthetic chemicals derived from petroleum, and that could be used to replace natural ingredients. So after the war, many factories were converted for civilian use, and a petroleum-based chemical, tetrapropylene, was used in the creation of laundry detergents. By the 1950s, natural soap was almost completely replaced by detergent as America's #1 choice for laundry. Unfortunately, most detergents available today are loaded with harmful petrochemicals, which undermine our health. So be careful. Now, I do want to say a positive note here that I go into my local supermarket and I can find plant-derived laundry detergents, and doTERRA's one is amazing as well, is beautiful. And here we have doTERRA's laundry detergent. I love it because it is infused with On Guard. On Guard blend is cinnamon. It has clove in it. It is safe. It's effective. It smells amazing. And guess what? You don't have to use as much. It is much more concentrated. It has enzyme stabilizers from natural sources, not petrochemicals. It's unique. It's bio-originated. It's a specific enzyme blend. And this will maximize the aroma of the essential oil and its efficacy. So it will be tough on stains and dirt. Because it's ultra concentrated, you only need 1 tablespoon for high efficiency washers, 2 tablespoons for conventional machines. Can you imagine the amount of laundry detergent you will save on the costs? It's a fraction of the cost. So 1 doTERRA essential, this bottle here you see on the screen, can do up to 64 loads of laundry. 64 loads. That is like 3 months worth, I guess, of laundry. It's color safe. You can use it for white clothes or color clothes. You can use it at all temperatures. It's obviously free of synthetic fragrances, dyes, toxins. We're so grateful that doTERRA actually went to the length of giving us a laundry detergent that is safe. Now, unless you plan to do some open heart surgery on your kitchen table, there's actually no need to sterilize the surfaces in your home with this long name on the screen, quaternary ammonium compounds, otherwise known as quats. We know from lab testing that quats do effectively kill many kinds of microbes like E. coli and staph, but there are serious potential side effects that come along with that power. We sometimes think, oh, my house has to be sparkling clean, but not to the extent of having to do open heart surgery. And of course, I don't need that level. And what is the cost? Well, it's like killing a housefly with a sledgehammer. There's no question that a sledgehammer, of course, is going to be effective, but the side effects, you will have gaping holes in your walls because you're using something of too much force for something so small. So that's what quats do. They kill the germs on the surfaces, but studies have never been able to show any positive cleaning benefits more than plain soap and water. I can do the same thing with plain soap and water, and quats will not give me any additional benefit. There's actually no single study that will actually show that you have less illness or less sicknesses from using antibacterial cleaners. And now after COVID, they have become in fashion, right? Everything is antibacterial. But as many doctors came out saying during COVID, just wash your hands with soap and water and you'll be fine. And that is the truth. Soap and water will do the job as well. And now here are the health risks that we see. Skin irritants, they can evolve in respiratory disorders. And careful also with disinfecting wipes that we have. I'll show you some options further on of what you can use. Now this for me, this next slide was a game changer. Fabric softener. I actually save, I don't even have to spend anything on fabric softener now since I learned this. I have started using white vinegar and drops of essential oil as a softener. The biggest danger, people think, oh, my food's going to end up, sorry, my clothes are going to end up smelling like white vinegar. They won't. I've tried it. I use it in every laundry wash that I do. And my clothes are nice and soft. And it does the work. It gets rid of static, and vinegar works just as well as any natural softener. So it removes soap residue, and in the rinse cycle, it helps to prevent the static cling in the dryer too. So here's a very simple recipe. You can take a photo, half a cup of vinegar. You can put that straight into the drawer, your softener section of the drawer. 2 drops of essential oil that you choose. You can use peppermint, purify, On Guard, grapefruit, any you want. And by adding 2 drops of essential oil to wool dryables. So if you have a dryer, it's in fashion now, it's a trend we've been seeing, that there are dryables made up of wool that will be tossing around in your dryer, and they help your clothes dry faster. So you can add a couple of drops to those dryables of your favorite essential oil, and that will also help clothes to smell fresh when they're in the dryer. Okay, some other weird names here we've got. Now, other common toxins, we have butoxythanol, pronounced butoxythanol. It's found in window, kitchen, and multi-purpose cleaners. It's the key ingredient in many window cleaners. It gives it that sickly sweet smell, you probably remember, and it belongs to the category of glycol ethers, which are powerful solvents. They are currently not required to list them on the label, and they cause sore throat when you inhale them. And at high levels, they can contribute to narcosis, pulmonary edemas, and severe liver and kidney damage. So this is not anything light. So if you're cleaning at home, please, please, please open your windows. You need air to be ventilating so that you can get air into your lungs. The worst thing a mum can do is go and do your chores, go and wash the bathroom, and they close the door and end up locked up, and they start smelling. Our children, our teenagers, start smelling all of these chemicals. So that's the worst thing that we can do. Let's have a solution. On Guard Cleaner Concentrate. Wow, this is a multi-purpose cleaner. It's plant-based, biodegradable, safe for every room in the house, and even to clean your makeup brushes. And I can tell you, one little bit will produce a lot of soap. So you don't have to, there are the ratios at the bottom. If you want multi-purpose, you just need 2 tablespoons, bathrooms 3, dishes 3, and any tough jobs you can apply concentrated. Now, do avoid direct use on hardwood floors. You don't want to harm your wood or any natural stones. So you can take a picture of this screen. And I can tell you this does really, really the job. And it smells just as good, but without any of those chemicals. Here we've got a glass cleaner. Again, the hero, white vinegar. White vinegar is one of the cheapest natural vinegars you can find in the supermarket. And this simple recipe, 1 cup of white vinegar, 1 cup of water, 10 drops of lemon, combine it in a spray bottle and just spray on the glass and wipe clean with a lint-free cloth. Now, another harmful toxin, sodium hydroxide, found in oven cleaners and drain openers. It's extremely corrosive. It can cause severe burns when used inappropriately. And research confirms that Easy Off oven cleaner and Mr. Muscle oven and grill cleaner, for example, contain poisons that can cause difficulty breathing due to the fumes, as well as swelling in the throat. So please, please, please be careful and start swapping these ingredients. So these products, here we have the alternative. Oven cleaner, all you need is 2 tablespoons of Castile soap, 1.5 cups of baking soda, 1/4 cup of vinegar, 8 drops of wild orange, and water. That is it. Now, you can clean the grimiest oven with baking soda paste. It just takes a little bit more time and elbow to grease, but the benefits outweigh the extra work. So you can combine all of these ingredients, add water, form a thick paste, brush it on to the oven and let it sit, and then wipe clean. So here we have other products that can help to reduce toxins in our lives. These are what we call personal care products. And here we have the list at the top. And I say, wow, doTERRA really has a commitment for our health to go to the lengths of making these personal care products just for us. Toothpaste. Now, I have permanently swapped to On Guard toothpaste, and I love it. Natural deodorant, again, I've used it, I love it. Shampoo and conditioner, they work. And the skincare set, and not choose the products that you don't know what is in them. Before we continue, we've got our second word. Ready to write it down? A second word is jasmine. A lovely smell, jasmine. Written Jasmine, jasmine. So let's go a bit deeper into the swap that we're going to look at. Viraj Skincare, it's made with nourishing plant extracts. It reduces visible signs of aging. It hydrates the skin. And of course, it's infused with essential oils. I love doTERRA skincare. I think it's so refreshing. Some products really, what's the word? That they're very corrosive, or that they really strip down your skin's natural oil level. And then of course, you've got to use the moisturizer. I confess, for many years, I used Clinique. I would spend quite a lot of money, more than what I do now on doTERRA. And I could sense that every time I use the soap, it completely washed away my own natural oil. So it's kind of like it's stripping the natural qualities to then put on more synthetic products. Now here we've got a Immotel serum. For those who know the blend Salubel or Immotel, this is the small green bottle we've got on the far right. And that is great for lines, wrinkles, scars. Then we also have a moisturizer. And we have the moisturizers infused with jasmine, geranium, sea buckthorn berry, juniper berry, and it has plant extracts for deep hydration and nourishment. We also have a cleanser, which is the white one there, I get to see, and a toner. So we've got the full range for you to make the swap. Hair care. Now, I love doTERRA's shampoo and conditioner. For me, they were, again, a game changer. As you can see, I have very curly hair, but I would get very itchy scalp. I would get oily scalp. That disappeared with doTERRA's shampoo and conditioner. And I used to have a very sensitive scalp as well. So that disappeared. And no surprise, what's in it is so rich. Botanical extracts, it reduces damage because of styling or color treated hair. We don't have SLS or SELS and parabens. The smell of this shampoo is amazing. Wild orange, it has lime in it. And the conditioner has lavender, peppermint, marjoram, cedarwood. I can't imagine how they managed to put so many oils. Rosemary is amazing to promote hair growth. Eucalyptus, nioli, and all of this is in these products. Now here is our solution for antibacterial gel. I carry around with me, and I can actually just take it out from my purse right now. I carry around with me what you see on the screen, the On Guard sanitizing mist. You can buy these from doTERRA in whatever country you're in. They've become widely available now since COVID. Or you can make your own using alcohol and water and 10 drops of On Guard essential oil. So either you buy it already made or you make it at home with the On Guard essential oil. It will kill 99.9% of germs. You've got pure alcohol in it. You just buy that from any pharmacy. You make the mix yourself. You can use it on your hands, your shopping cart handles, airplane armrest, whatever you want to spray it on, just put it on. And it's a nice size that you can put in your handbag. And it's got this lovely smell to clove, cinnamon, and orange, as we've got on there. Now, here are two of my favorite products. As I said, natural toothpaste. Now, get this, doTERRA's toothpaste contains the essential oil blend of On Guard. It's fluoride free. If you didn't know, fluoride has actually been found to have harmful effects on your thyroid. It doesn't have any alcohol. The toothpaste is great to whiten teeth, and it reduces plaque. So it's one of my favorites. Deodorant. Another one of my favorites. Be very careful, especially women. When you use a deodorant that contains aluminium, it will block your pores. And that means that all your sweat cannot leave as it was designed to through the pores, and it stays inside the body and becomes to be toxic. And it's actually found to contribute to cases of breast cancer. That's why it's so important for deodorants to be free of aluminium, parabens, phthalates, there we have the word again, and even talc. And there are different fragrances in doTERRA, and since I started using it, I've never looked back. Never looked back. It is excellent. So in addition to, just going to move my window a bit further up so I can see the whole slide. So in addition to everything that we are consuming in our homes, our products, let's look at some green cleaning tips now in your home to reduce your toxic exposure. Simple things like mop and dust often your floor, remove your shoes inside, use them, leave them next to the door, use less plastic. Now, all the containers where I keep my food, you can find them widely now, are glass, they're not plastic. Don't dry clean your clothes, they use very strong chemicals. It's preferable that you would clean them at home, iron them at home. Avoid pesticides and herbicides, a very common practice we have here in Colombia because vegetables and fruits are not very well washed, or even to get rid of toxic chemicals is to use white vinegar. Leave it soaking in white vinegar for a while. You can even add a couple of drops of lemon essential oil. Limit foods high in animal fat. You want to, many toxic substances build up in animal fat because of what the animal eats. It builds up in its fat and then we consume that fat. So we have to be careful with that. Avoid BPA-lined canned foods. It's preferable that you eat fresh, frozen fruits and vegetables and limit your exposure to BPA. Eat organic when possible, and coming back to my point, wash your fruits and vegetables. And here we've made an addition just for you on detox drinks. This is so important. You can make your own detox drink, or you can buy doTERRA Terra Greens. They have a different name now in the US. They've revamped them, but they're called greens. Here are some of the ingredients that Jody gave us her own recipe of what she puts into her detox drinks. She puts kale or spinach, moringa, parsley and or coriander. You can add cucumber or celery, other dark greens, sprouts, fresh lemon or essential oil, frozen wild berries, even avocado for some good fats or coconut oil, and sweeten up with some stevia or xylitol. And the idea is that you will start to detox your body with a green drink, preferably in the morning on an empty stomach, is what is best. Now here we've got some more tips. We have a veggie soak. This is also mixed with the doTERRA foaming hand wash. You can actually use the hand wash to wash your fruits and vegetables, as the lady's doing there in the picture. Or take this particular recipe and repeat it at home. You can take a picture of that. Okay, so now coming to an end, we can touch on again on Symphony of the Cells. We've mentioned it in our previous class. It's a protocol. And the idea is that you would add fractionated coconut oil when you're giving someone a massage, and then rub and apply each of the oils here we see on the right, one by one. Start with frankincense, then add the carrier oil. Here it's suggesting to massage it over the back, over the feet. As we know, the feet have the biggest pores to receive the essential oils into our body. And then we have a whole list of amazing oils. You can look up symphonyofthecells.com. And many of these protocols help to take out of the body, to take out from the body the toxic exposure that accumulates inside. So we want to take out that exposure. Okay, so now you've probably written down a bunch of new products. that you want to try. So I want to make sure that you know about the loyalty rewards program. It's a monthly wellness box. It's the smartest way to buy. And it's the way of saving money and getting free stuff as well. And I hear someone's joined us with an open mic, so I'll just close that mic for a moment until we finish there. So we have this system, the loyalty rewards program. You can earn points and you cash them in for doTERRA products. And we have other benefits like the free product of the month if you order between the 1st and the 15th of the month. And the credits that you start to accumulate, you can actually exchange for free oils. So make sure it's a program, it's optional for you to do your monthly order. And as you see in the table below, if you do an order of 50 PV, you will earn rewards and increase your percentage. And if you increase the size of your order to 125 PV, and you do that between the 1st and the 15th of the month, as it says there, you'll get the product of the month club. There are other promotions that come free every month. Sometimes doTERRA issues a 200 PV promotion. You also have an opportunity to participate in that. And Jodie and me and my parents now are now at 30% back. So in addition to our 25% from our membership, we get an additional 30% back just because we've decided to invest in our health every month. And now we're getting 30% back additionally for our products. So we're saving up so much on our pockets as well. So this is what your wellness box could look like on the basis of today's class. We see there you could buy shampoo, conditioner, your On Guard multi-purpose surface cleaner, toothpaste, sanitizing mist, and skincare line with a purify oil. And with that box, which comes to about $162, you would be generating an order of 133 PV. You would get 10% back in points, a free oil of the month, and those free credits as well. Isn't that wonderful? Other things you can put in there as well, laundry detergent, as you can see on the right, hand wash. There's so many options. And let's be real, we need these products. We are already buying them. They're part of our weekly shopping list. All we have to do is swap them and earn and save ourselves more money, but also take care of our health. How do you set up your loyalty rewards? It's very easy. I would advise you to do it with your wellness advocate, with the person that introduced you to doTERRA, but you would just go into your account, as you see here in the screenshots, choose a date when you'll be doing your monthly order every month, then shop and bag your items, and you're done. Now, some final slides on sharing doTERRA. So perhaps you've heard today's lesson and you thought, oh, I need to share that with someone. Why? Well, when you experience something wonderful that has made a difference in your life, you naturally want to share it with those you care about. Now, there are 3 ways I need to tell you of how you can share doTERRA. You can do a referral partnership, which is when you give your wellness advocates the details of the person you want to refer, you ask them to contact them, and you hand over the care and the follow-up to your wellness advocate. You'll get a free oil from them. Thank you for the referral. Or you can enroll them yourself and walk with them the healthy lifestyle, and also at the same time earn some extra income. Why not? Or build a team. You can supplement or replace your income. And just to go a bit deeper on this third option, this is what I decided to do. 2 years ago, you may have heard my story, but I ended up not having a job at the beginning of the pandemic. And after some prayer, I decided to build a team in doTERRA. I was the first surprised to see first how many people I was able to help, but also how many other people I was able to help with their own income. They could also generate an income. And these are some of the benefits that I've experienced by considering doTERRA as a business. And I tell people, think about it. It's amazing to bring hope to people. You get to travel, you get to pay off debts from your extra income. My husband and I now depend on our doTERRA income to pay our bills every month. So we are really, really blessed by doing something we love to do, giving people hope, but also giving us so much freedom in how we manage our time and how we manage our finances. So I couldn't help but share that with you. These are some of the ways that you earn income with doTERRA. You can ask your wellness advocate to go into detail with them, but there are 5 ways: fast start bonus, power 3 bonus, unilevel, and then at the bottom you can see the different ranks and average monthly incomes as you grow with doTERRA. Well, we have come to the end of today's lesson. I hope you have enjoyed it greatly. I have enjoyed sharing with you. And just before we finish our recording, next week we will be teaching on healthy, happy kids and pregnancy. This is a very, very popular subject, very important, because children are the most valuable members of our family and they deserve to have the best, don't they? And in pregnancy, which is a lovely stage of life I'm going through at the moment, and I am loving it. I cannot tell you, I will keep my stories for next week, but I cannot tell you how grateful I am to have the essential oils to hand. Your final word for today is rose. Rose, be sure to write that down. That is our 3rd key word for today. Here you can take a screenshot of this slide. This is how you can access the resources and the downloads for this week. It's at presentingoils.com/week 4. The password you need to access the content is green. And you can also access the bottom 2 URLs if you want to fill in your report of completing the lesson with the 3 key words. And if you want to see a replay of this lesson done by our American colleagues. All right, so I'm going to